I know dating can be hard for everyone, but imagine dating as a gender fluid crossdresser. That's pretty hard. Imagine having to tell your family and friends that you're into this. Hey everyone, it's me, Ramon Rice Cake, and welcome to my channel. First off, I just want to say that I hope you're all having a great day, a fabulous night, whatever time it is that you're watching my videos. I hope that I can send you some good and positive vibes. Let's talk dating. Today we're going to do a little story time about the first time I ever went out on a date in public, all dressed up. Ooh! Now, I know a lot of you have been asking me about my current love life, my current love situation, sex situation, and I'm not ready to talk about any of that stuff yet. So before we talk about the present, we gotta go back to the past, yeah? Now, you guys, when I think of this story, I can't help but just roll my eyes and I can't stop shaking my head because it's so crazy. It's probably one of my craziest stories ever, so make sure you watch the whole thing, okay? Make sure you listen to this whole story. Now, before I get into my story and start rambling, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and keep on watching. Alright guys, so my first date ever, I wasn't even in my home city of Toronto. I was in Vancouver. I was there for a vacation, visiting some friends, and I was there for about 10 days. I was 25. I'd say that's pretty late in life. So I'm on vacation in Vancouver and I'm staying with my good friend Nathaniel. Shout out to Nathaniel. We were partiers back then, so we went out almost every other night, getting drunk, meeting boys. So you know when you're on vacation and you go on the apps, you're basically fresh meat. Everyone just wants you. Bitch, you are it. You are the star. Every message, every dating app, everyone wants a piece of you. Everyone's like, who's this? It's me. Now, this is my second last night of my vacation. So I was talking to this one guy online. Let's just call him David for now. He was this really sexy, just fresh from the army. Ooh, his physique, tan brown skin. I think he was Middle Eastern. Not too sure, but he was just really hot, okay? So David meets me at this bar with my friends, and surprisingly enough, he was so cool, so chill, dancing up on me. I was twerking on him. We were making out all night. So much PDA. Like, what is PDA? I didn't think that I'd be so into it, but I guess I was also kind of drunk, so it doesn't matter when I'm drunk. So yeah, we were all over each other, and I remember I just kept thinking, wow, this guy is so public with me. He doesn't care if people are watching us. Like, he's so secure and confident in his sexuality, and that turned me on even more. So keep in mind, this is my second last night in Vancouver. After this, I was gonna take a plane to Calgary after this to visit my sister for a couple of days. And then on my last day, David kept texting me and he insisted to take me out on a date. And I'm like, wait. A date, like, in public? In front of people? Wait, he wants to take me out to a restaurant? That's new. And of course I told him that I wasn't from around here, so I don't know what he was expecting. But I was like, you know what? I'll go for it. Like, it's an experience. Why not? So David asked me where I would like to go, and I remember telling him, just take me to the darkest restaurant. You know, warm, dim lights, and, you know, like the back corner, okay? We can take the back corner spot. I was more nervous than he was. Like, and I think that's what it was about him. He just brought that out of me. Like, the confidence that he had brought the confidence out of me. So he picks me up in his car and we drive to this Mexican restaurant, and lo and behold, it's nice and dim. I'm like, good boy. The server was so nice. Nobody was really staring. Everybody's worried about themselves. I wasn't even sure what I was so afraid of. I think it was just insecurities on my end because, again, everyone was cool. So dinner was great, and he dropped me off at my friend's place, and It should have just ended at dinner, but it didn't, of course. It's me. I ended up staying the night with him, and we talked all night, good sex, and I was just like, oh, it sucks that, you know, I met you on my second last night, but I gotta leave in the morning. So he actually drove me to the airport the next morning in my boy form. And it was so this was such a whirlwind romance, because he obviously liked me sexually as a girl, he took me out as a girl, and now he's holding my hand in his car, driving me to the airport with me as a boy. So I'm like, what is going on? You are playing with my feelings. Oh, like, what is this boy doing to me right now? So when he dropped me off at the airport, he kissed me goodbye, and he told me to text him as soon as I land in Calgary when I'm with my sister. And I was like, yeah, sure, okay, I will. And that should have been it from there too. Like, why does this story keep going? I don't know, but it did. It continues on. So then I take my flight from Vancouver to Calgary. It's only like an hour and a half flight, or 2 hours, something like that. So my plan was to stay with my sister and my brother-in-law in their condo for like 4 nights for the rest of my vacation. And tell me why David convinces me that it would be a good idea for him to fly to Calgary to come spend the rest of my vacation with me. This is like the never-ending whirlwind romance. Like, I can't believe this happened to me. When I go over it, it's mind-boggling. Like, I can't believe I went through this. It doesn't even end here, okay? So he takes a flight from Vancouver to Calgary. He flew to come see me. Who flies to come see somebody? Especially somebody that you just met. I don't think I would have done it for him. So now that he's in Calgary, we actually decided to book an Airbnb together for the rest of my stay there. So not only is David the first date I've ever been on in my femme form, but he's also the first boy ever to meet my family, to meet my sister. Like, no, I've never introduced any guys to my family ever before. Like, has been worth it. I don't know what struck a chord with me. I think it's just that vacation happy mode that, you know, made me dumb. Now, this is where things got really shitty. The dinner that we had all together, all 4 of us, I was in my boy form. Now, mind you, my sister is cool with me in my female form as well. Like, it's all good. But I guess that night I just didn't feel like dressing up. The waitress that's serving us, David starts flirting with her in front of me and my sister, in front of me and my family. I'm like, and I was getting pissed. I was getting so annoyed. But I tried to keep my calm, like, whatever. And I did notice that night that David started acting different. And I don't know if it was because we were around my family as well, but he just switched up on me. Like, the way that he was in Vancouver was so different. Like, he just had a different mood about him. I think maybe he was also insecure about being in a new place and, you know, being with someone random, basically. So I don't blame him for that, but at the same time, you chose to do this. So these are your actions. So anyway, I kept my cool for dinner, but as soon as we got to the Airbnb, I noticed that it was already so weird. So the next morning at our Airbnb, David told me that he wants to spend the rest of his nights with his cousin. And I'm like, but we just spent like all this money for this Airbnb for the next 3 nights. What do you mean you're gonna stay with your cousin now? And so I was livid. I was pissed. I was like, what? Like, I don't understand what happened here. Like, you knew me in my female form, my boy form, you knew me as both. You're the one who decided to fly all the way over here to come hang out with me. And now all of a sudden, the first night you like switched up. I was so confused. So that morning when he told me this, I was like, you know what? It's done. You can go to your cousin. I'm gonna go stay with my sister for the rest of my trip here, and we could do our own thing. Like, it's all good. And then as soon as I said that, he was like, no, baby, please. Like, I didn't mean it like that. Like, come on. Like, do you understand? I'm like, no, I actually don't understand, because you just did a complete 180 on me. So then we got into a bit of an argument, of course, and so I packed up all my things. He had his things. We leave the place, and then I was gonna go to my sister's workplace to pick up her keys so I can stay at the condo. This man follows me from our Airbnb to my sister's workplace. And I'm like, just go already. Like, you're the one who said you wanted to go to your cousins, so go. Like, why are you following me now? Oh, it ended up so badly. You need to leave now. Go stay with your cousin, because that's what you wanted to do. So go do it. And I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna tell you where my sister lives, so go. Like, you need to leave now. And that was finally the end of the story. Oh my God. When I think back to this whole thing, I don't know what I was thinking. I blame it on the vacation. That's what I've been saying this whole video. Vacation happy mode. You will get in your feels, but you need to think logically as well. Now, do I regret any of this? I don't, because again, David did bring a side out of me that I didn't have before, you know, just taking me out to dinner for the first time and being so open and public, that shifted my mentality. So I don't regret this at all. It makes for a great story now. Wow. If you've made it this far and you enjoyed this story, help your girl out. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. What did you think of my story, you guys? Have you ever been on vacation and fallen in love? Fallen in love? Let me know your stories down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!